Chucky has terrorized toy chests for over 30 years. Just how has he changed since his original incarnation? Let's go through his story and evolution to find out. In 1988's Child's Play, when criminal Charles Lee Ray, nicknamed Chucky, is shot down, he uses voodoo magic to transfer his soul into a good guy play doll, giving life to the tiny slasher. He wears a striped shirt, overalls, and red shoes. It seems the longer he spends in doll form, the more looking he becomes. Bushier eyebrows and a receding hairline. To avoid becoming the doll forever, he realizes he needs to transfer his soul into Andy, the first person he revealed his identity to. Before he gets the chance, he's burned in a fireplace and shot to pieces. In an effort to prove he was never alive, in Child's Play 2, the doll manufacturers rebuild Chucky from his charred remains with larger facial features and brighter overalls. A freak electrical accident brings him back to life, and he continues his search for Andy. Despite upgrading to a knife hand, he's forced into machinery and loses his legs. Still determined, he replaces them with a wheel car, and then gets melted by molten plastic and fed in an air tube, exploding his head. Taking place 8 years later, Chucky's leftovers are picked back up in Child's Play 3. But when his blood drips into a batch of molten plastic, he's reassembled and born again. This time with a chubbier, more squished face. He manages to find Andy, but then chooses a new target for his soul transfer. He's ultimately sliced by a carnival attraction, giving him a new two-faced look, and then gets dropped into a giant fan, shredding him to pieces. But in Bride of Chucky, he's put back together again and reawoken with voodoo magic. He now has a less squished face and a prominent widow's peak. Tiffany, his human girlfriend turned doll fiancée, joins him in obtaining a magic amulet with the power to transfer them both into new human bodies. But after some domestic bickering, Chucky gets shot and left in his grave. In Seed of Chucky, a new animatronic doll is created for an in-film Chucky movie, alongside his co-star Tiffany. This Chucky has blonder hair and brighter clothes. Their long-lost son/daughter finds them and, using the magic amulet, brings them back to life. Then, following a bit of familial disagreement, Chucky gets lopped to pieces by his offspring. Yet, in Curse of Chucky, he's back in one piece yet again. He has darker overalls, paler skin, straightened red hair, and oddly, no more scars. He spends most of his time in a wide-eyed doll form, secretly causing havoc for wheelchair-bound Nika and her family. When she finds out he's alive, Chucky explains that, as a human, he knew her family and came back to get revenge. While Nika gets blamed for Chucky's recent deeds, Chucky makes his way to his old pal Andy's place to finally finish him off. But Andy has other plans. In Cult of Chucky, Chucky is missing a chunk of his head, is bodiless, and chained to a board. Cult also features another Chucky doll, with large spaced-apart eyes and a thicker neck. A recently buried one-armed variation, a short-haired version, but he doesn't last too long, and a Chucky-possessed Nika, who takes off with Tiffany, leaving several Chuckies behind to cause mayhem. In the 2019 reboot, Chucky is now a Caslin AI buddy doll. His overalls are plain, his shirt stripes are thicker, and his head is larger, with gigantic eyes, slicked hair, and a constantly contorting expression. His index finger lights up to connect to other Caslin electronics, and when acting out, his eyes glow bright red. Oh, and he also loves to sing. The film also briefly features a blonde, short-haired Buddy 2 doll, a red-headed variation, an African-American Buddy, as well as a Fuzzy Bear version. Accessories like a Santa hat, diving helmet, and leprechaun outfit can also be spotted. The original Buddy doll is coded to be evil by a disgruntled factory worker. Later, after imprinting on Andy, he seeks revenge on those that threaten their relationship. But ultimately, Chucky is overpowered, beaten to pieces, and melted down. But can you ever truly get rid of a faulty AI? Speaking of which, this phone has really been glitching a lot. There we go, that's better. Huh? Thanks for watching this updated Chucky evolution. Comment down below what you think of the latest Child's Play reboot. Are you a fan of the new Robo doll, or is he hashtag not your Chucky? If you liked this update, check out more original evolutions right over there. And don't forget to subscribe for future animations.